Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope everybody's doing good, staying healthy, staying safe. So, I was paying attention to the news lately, and they've been talking about the issues with not having any fans and how that'll affect the salary cap next year. As you guys know, who are real 49er fans, the 49ers are looking to lock up George Kittle long term. You know, that's probably one of the biggest contracts they've had in years. Not counting the Garoppolo contract. You know, a couple years ago, we had tons of cap space and high draft picks, but we had no talent. Now we're, fortunately and unfortunately, at a place now where, you know, not everybody can be signed, and, you know, we have to make cuts in different places in order to keep guys. But as far as I'm concerned, with the Kittle situation, there is no other option. You know, the trading of DeForest Buckner because we re-signed Armstead, and then the drafting of Kinlaw, you know, those kind of things I understand for those type of positions. But when you got a guy in a skill position like George Kittle, who to me is the top tight end in football, if you want to say Kelsey because they won the Super Bowl, I'll give you that, but I really don't want to. I just think Kittle does so much. Run game, pass game, you name it. But because of the COVID situation and there not being possibility of there not being fans at games, there is a trickle-down effect for that, and that is not having as high of a cap as we were supposed to next year. From all indications and reports, the cap was supposed to go up, I think, like $20 million next year, which would have been perfect for the 49ers as far as, you know, re-signing a guy like Kittle. I mean, he's gonna command top dollar, and I don't even know how they would rank him if they're going to rank him with more wide receiver money than a tight end money. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, how this virus is going to play out in the next couple months, if we're going to have fans at games or masked fans, or they're going to take the temperature of fans, or if there's just not going to be any fans, or just maybe half the amount. Who knows? It makes going to places like Seattle and New Orleans less daunting when they don't have all that noise behind them, but who cares about that? You know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be lighthearted about the real situation or be tone deaf. You know, it's really about the lives of the people and all that. And I totally understand that. I'm just saying, from a football perspective, the Kittle contract could be definitely affected. You look at some big money contracts that might come off the books next year if the Niners decide to move on from a guy like D Ford, just because of his injury issues and his high cap number. Same thing with Quan. I mean, the Niners are pretty good at linebacker. I could see someone like Drake Greenlaw taking over for Quan and Quan being expendable. I know a lot of fans don't want that, and Quan is good, but he's an injury-riddled guy. I mean, he hurt his pec last year, and then I think he hurt his bicep on his way back. And there's a little video, if you look it up, that Grant Cohn, the Bay Area reporter, posted of like him hurting himself during his rehab back to make it to the NFC Championship game. So take a look at that. You know, and just, you know, if somebody else emerges as long as on the D Ford front, if like we say we have an undrafted free agent or somebody that emerges as like a pass rusher who can come off the edge, who's close to effective as D Ford, then you'd want to move on from that contract as well. Again, because of the injuries and just, you know, you're paying a guy that much money and he's in like, what, 25% of the snaps? That's not, you're not getting your money's worth. So that's all wait and see. If we have fans or if we don't have fans next year, that'll all definitely be affected. If you guys don't believe me, you can kind of look up stuff and it'll pretty much show you what I just said about how the cap could be affected next year. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we can get Kittle signed before the end of the season or before the season even starts. And then we don't got to worry about it. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to hit you guys up with that. And hope everybody's safe, staying healthy. And I'll talk to everyone later. See ya.